Welcome to Low to Lifted. Here, we rise in Christ, see who we truly are in Him, and lift the world, one heart and one home at a time.
Hey, be lifted to lift others. You can do that at lowtolifted.com. I'm coming straight at you from my car on my way to work because I got to do things. I got things to do. I got people to see, places to be, but I got to make the most of each of my days. And I made a promise to myself, and I have made that promise to publish Peace Daily. It's time to start doing it. I've started and stopped, started and stopped. And I know there's great power in doing it because I've done it. And I'm going to reflect a little bit here in today's episode on what I did in the past and how I know this to be a true principle. It's now the time to live up to it. And the principle is this: publish Peace Daily. And the way I know that is years ago, probably I believe it was 2023, I started publishing a podcast, which is on YouTube now, called Jesus is the Mark. And in this podcast, I just talked about making Christ the mark in our life. He's the mark. I've heard other authors talk about how people miss the mark. And then that one of those authors named Elder Neil A. Maxwell, he says that mark is Jesus Christ. So I started this podcast and did it for, I think, close to 30 days daily. It was so wonderful. It changed my mindset. It changed my life. And the reason why is it helped me to live my covenant, which is to remember Him always. And as I'm doing a daily podcast about Him, I naturally started thinking about Him, not just what I said in that podcast every day, but what am I going to say the next time? How can I think about Him more? How can I become like Him more? And roughly 3 weeks into that event, this would have been, I think I started in March, and it was May 13th. So it was a little more than 3 weeks into it. It was a month and a half into it. I woke up from a dream, and I've been struggling with weight loss. So let me back up a little more. So roughly 2 years prior to this, like 20 months prior to this occasion in May 13th, I was 288 pounds, which is a lot of weight for someone who's 5'11" and some change. So, and I got pictures of it. I mean, I had a big old chin. And when I saw that picture from a family reunion, just casually taken while I was talking to my brother-in-law, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to change. So I changed and I started eating better and I got a job, which helped a lot. So I had consistent work and that built my confidence, and the family I worked for treated me like a brother. It was really cool. It was a wonderful experience. And I trimmed down from 288 in 18 months. I trimmed down from 288 down to 254. But then for 6 months, I was stuck at 254. I'd lose 4 pounds during the week. And on the weekend, I said, kids, let's get some pizza. And I gained it back on. So then here I am trying my best to trim down. I came to some kind of supposed wall. And I'd been eating better. I've been trying to exercise, like going for my walks, kept pulling calves. Like on a 2-mile walk, I'd pull a calf and it would take me, I was doing 17 to 20-minute miles, like just walking. And it was tough. So so I did that and I was moving forward and I just was at this roadblock for 6 months. And I finally, I woke up from a dream. It was an afternoon, or excuse me, just before lunch. I woke up from a nap because I woken up earlier and I took a nap. And so it was roughly 10 o'clock in the morning. As I'm getting up and walking to the bathroom, I hear a still small voice that says, do you really want to trim down? And I'll tell you right now, I said, yay, verily. Yes, I want to trim down. Yes, now is the time. In short, I didn't say all that. I just simply said, yay, verily. And then the still small voice said to me, in a piercing manner, it brought something to my remembrance. It said, your master was not a 254-pound salesman. And as I let that sink in, what came to mind was the question that wasn't asked is, what was he? He was a fit master carpenter. I wasn't fit, and I wasn't the master of anything. I was an okay salesman, doing the best I could, but at the end of the day, I was not fit. I'd given my heart to the Lord and my mind to the Lord when I was 18. I gave him my life to the Lord, more importantly. I'd given him all to the Lord, so I thought. So then as I pondered that, oh my goodness, you're right, he's not a 254-pound salesman. I thought to myself, wow. And the Spirit simply said to me, it said, live what you know, and I will help you with the rest. And 5 weeks later, I was down 24 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that was miraculous. After I had trimmed down, so that was May 13th, the end of the end of June, we had a family reunion again. It was kind of interesting. Last time family saw me, I was 288. Now I was 228. It was marvelous. It was wonderful. And when I got back from that, I decided to go for a little walk/run with my wife. And normally I would walk and she would like do a circle around me, jog ahead, and then come back, do another circle around me, jog ahead, keep me within sight. But this time I decided, I'm going to do a walk/run. So I started running in between, catch my breath, walk for a bit, run again. And I'm not kidding you. It was miraculous. I didn't pull a calf. I didn't pull anything. And I ran. And I ran. And walked. And ran. And whereas I was doing, roughly on average, I'd say 18 to 20-minute walks per mile, I did the walk/run in like 24 minutes. 2 miles in 24 minutes. I was blown away. And after that, while I'm running that and pondering that, I thought to myself, wow, I feel so good. Holy cow, I'm not carrying that extra weight on me all day, every day. No wonder why I was tired all the time. No wonder why I was on the CPAP. No wonder I was on inhalers. No wonder why I'm carrying all this excess weight when I'm sleeping, when I'm walking, whatever I'm doing. So as I trimmed down and did this miraculous run, I said to my wife, pondered this out. She'd been asking me for years to run a Spartan. So I said to her, hey, now that I've trimmed down, how would you like to do a Spartan for our 20th anniversary that's coming up? This was in July. It's coming up in November. And she said, yes, let's do it. So we hired our neighbor to coach us. She gave us a regimen. We went to the gym 6 days a week. And one of those days a week, she came with us and did a different routine with us. And we went and ran a Spartan for our 20th anniversary. It was amazing, marvelous. So, in conclusion of today's podcast, I know without a doubt that when you publish Peace Daily, when you discover your talent and give back and make that part of your daily routine, that invites you to remember Christ always. And it helps you to raise the bar in your life. And I know that's principally true, but I haven't lived it. And as of now, I'm repenting of my ways and living it. And we are lifted so that we can go and lift others. So check out lowtolifted.com. You have a beautiful day. Let's do this. Go from low to lifted so you can lift other people. All right. See ya.
If this lifted you, share it with someone who needs a rising too. And join us at lowtolifted.com, where hearts rise, homes become heaven, and families lift the world.